because of internet issues.
You're looking for cheese.
And now, pick your favorite.
Hey, on the same wavelength with the will to live and pride. Yay! I outquicked Selfie.
Nothing to do now but see those final scores.
I expected Selfie to do the cat girl looking for cheese.
I'm on a high tonight with all this, with all the Subathon stuff. I'm sorry. My brain is like really like smart at the moment. Okay, let's go new players.
Top answers of the game, furries, of course.
I was just going off with the jokes from this evening. Okay, SMOU.
Thank you, Marshy, for following.
Yes, yes.
Following.
Follows. But yeah. It says it right there. Join at jackbox.tv and enter the room code SMOU. Yes. But yes, everyone here right now is... We're all just VTubers. We're just VTubers vibing at this point.
Yes.
Whether we're active, inactive...
VTubers vibing.
Yeah, currently revealing the PNG on Twitter. Go check Selfie's Twitter, retweet stuff. Selfie's model is awesome.
Yes, I am simping.
Yeah. She is the one Inazuma character I want. No, I generally when I looked at her full PNG, I compared it to an Inazuma. She looks like she belongs in Inazuma.
She does.
Yeah. Selfie is the true Raiden Shogun.
Hell yeah.
I will give it another couple minutes for anyone lurking in chat who wants to join. And I got Nagi Toad.
Hello everyone, it is me, Nagito Kamada on the Nintendo DS.
Oh, you want to hear me recreate that laugh? Nagito Kamada on the Nintendo DS.
I will try, but quietly because my parents are sleeping.
Exactly. Say it's like I can't be that crazy. I'm better with the Stitch laugh. Oh, you didn't hear me do Stitch earlier, did you? Or did you hear? Yeah, you heard me sing as Moist Critical, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we already decided that obviously I'm doing 3 streams next week. One of the streams is obviously Danganronpa. One of them is going to be my Tryouts Laugh. The other game, my third stream we've not picked yet because chat still needs to pick the game I'm playing for 40 subs. Again, drop my games there. Look through my game list, decide a game. Can decide over the weekend, it's fine. But yeah, that'll be the 3 streams. 2 of those streams will be done. One will be done in the entire stream in the Moist Critical voice, and another one will be entirely saying our at the end of every sentence. Ooh, I've already played Poppy's Playtime, and as I've said many times, I already completely wrecked Poppy Playtime in one stream. I completed both chapters in one stream. Should I give another swerve freebie because I really want to say what I want to say? I've said it many times in chats at least.
Yes.
Let's just say I made that game my bitch. I did. I full on owned that game. I'm not kidding. Like,
Oh my god.
everybody's in. If you want to join, then join the audience.
Why is that so terrifying when you swear?
I won't swear too often, I promise.
And
When I do get
go
my own
for
place
Whiplash
and I'm not
3.
living at home with my parents
2
anymore, I
tickets
do
to
plan to swear a
Chucklesville.
bit more. I probably won't
Schmitty
swear
here.
much
Are you
though.
expecting
I
someone
probably
else,
still won't
perhaps?
swear
No, of
too
course
much. It's
not.
like etched into my brain to not swear a lot.
Here's
But
round one.
still, I'll probably
Points
swear a
are
bit
scored
more.
based on the percentage of
I
people
won't
who choose
filter
your
things I'm
response.
reading at least.
Let's quip.
Round one.
Hooray. This is either going to be really funny or not.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand one of these, to be fair. No, that would be too. That's too.
Their second.
Okay.
Your entire lives have led to this moment.
They have.
And we start with something that you didn't need to know is gluten-free. Vote away.
I don't understand those.
What do
Yeah,
you
my
mean you
my,
don't
my
understand
brain is
this?
small. I couldn't give a damn that what gluten is. I don't care what gluten is.
Gluten is the thing that's in wheat.
And here we have, with the best credit card ever, you can redeem
A lot of
reward
people
points
care
for
about gluten.
blank.
I don't.
And now it's time to vote for your favorite.
I forget to change my I forgot to change my channel points to Rybucks.
Next up, honestly, blank might as well be a curse word. Decisions. Choose your
No, I'm
favorite.
gonna keep saying because I'm doing a lot of moist critical voice. I don't want to have to censor moist.
Yes. Yes.
Damn
See
the
how that
French.
Damn the
A reminder that pops up on the devil's phone. Remember
Oui,
to
oui,
blank today.
baguette. I'm sorry if I was a bit too offensive.
Okay, everybody, pick your favorite quip.
Remember to die daily. Remember to die today. Remember to spend money on Genshin today. Yes! Selfie, you didn't pick the Genshin answer?
And next,
What if it was a
sign
Zhao
it's time
banner?
to wrap up your day at the beach.
This could either be really funny or weird.
Okay, choose your favorite.
Both are weird.
Heat stroke is bad. Don't let yourself get heat stroke, guys.
Selfie just didn't work.
Yeah.
That was round one. Let's take a peek at those scores, shall we?
Oh yeah, you already have two Zhaos. What the hell? Again, wait. Yeah, I have Zhao. I just don't use him.
So if round one
I
was an
haven't even
appetizer,
built
round
Zhao.
two is a
I forget I
substantial
have
meal.
Zhao.
Double the points, double the indigestion.
Because I have Kazuha now. because I'm in VTuber mode, I have the urge to read out my prompt to chat. I think I was funny with this. Yeah, I like how the British finish first. Me and Mashi. Because we're good with this sort of humour.
I'm good with the humor too. I just took a while for one of my prompts.
Tick tock, time's almost
It's,
up.
I guess it's just Europeans in general.
Yeah,
Europeans are just superior when it comes to humour.
we are.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see them.
Every time I say European, the immediate thing that comes into my head is the song, Is he gay or
the
European?
random video YouTube keeps recommending that you end up loving.
This is just me with Genshin videos. I get random Genshin
winner.
like shorts.
Hating British people, hell yeah.
That is a legit video as well. Selfie, we need to get that video. We need to get that video. Selfie, we need to
next
find that.
is, The
Miku
nation
hates
was
British
finally
people.
united when the president's press secretary announced blank.
When is the US ever actually going to be united?
Time to pick the one you like best.
Isn't Minecraft already free in some ways?
No.
Let's keep it going. The most scandalous sentence in your dream journal.
It's like I got Bedrock Edition for free just for
All right,
having
vote for the one you like best.
Java, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't vote for ...
Next one up. The best way to keep
I'm
someone
sorry,
from sitting next to you on a
Selfie.
bus. Decisions. Choose your favorite.
A cut boa?
I think that's supposed to say cut out.
Yeah.
Without further ado, a game you only
Yeah,
play
Danny
when you're really,
DeVito.
really,
Cardboard
really,
cut out of
really
Danny
bored.
DeVito. That would make me sit next to you though.
Oh my god! No! No way!
Oh my god. Alex.
Round 2 is no more, but how did you
Our
score?
brains are just in
I'm
sync with
sorry,
that.
was not intentional.
No fucking way! We both said life!
We did. Why am I last this time?
Step right up to Riplash, where points flow like honey. You'll each receive a prompt that
But yeah, I
requires
would definitely sit
3
next to you if you said that
separate
if you have a
responses.
Danny DeVito
Pretty
cut
cool,
out.
huh? I see we have an odd number, so you'll be going against me. Crazy, right?
Marshy gets to fight a bot. A bot versus a bot. When mine comes up, I'm gonna say something I thought of adding to one of my 3, but I didn't know whether to add it or not.
God, mine's hard. I can't think of stuff.
Yeah. I know, right? Some of these are difficult. Sometimes it can be really in your favor and you can
Tick-tock,
easily
time's
think
almost
of quips, but sometimes you just can't. It's the problem sometimes.
I can't think of a third thing.
All right, let's have it. The 3 things you must do on your wedding day.
Ooh.
All right, choose your favorite.
Oh!
I'm sorry, Marshy. I couldn't
against the
understand
bar.
it. It didn't make
Yeah.
sense.
It didn't make
3
sense.
names of exercises in CrossFit, probably.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a third one here.
Here's the fun
Throwing
part.
it
Pick your
back.
favorite
I didn't know
quick-
whether to add throwing it. I didn't know whether to add sexual style onto that. Throwing it back sexual style. Or just leaving it at throwing it back. Either way. The best exercise you guys can do is just pressing the sub button.
Is
Do
that
get
enough
get
for
your
the-
daily
Shelter.
exercise
The
in.
3 things you need to survive are...
It's just a it's just a joke. It's just a meme selfie.
And now it's time to vote for your favorite.
You don't know what throwing it back is? It is twerking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we were saying it
those
earlier with the
final
Gregory, with the
scores.
Glamour Freddy stuff. Gregory, I'm throwing it back. I think that was one of the things we were saying earlier.
Okay, second place, I'll take that.
The selfie one again. The selfie's good at this. Like, unironically really good at with quips.
O'Neill clipping.
Yeah. You know, learning what properly learning what gluten is now, like, that was a good ironic joke. Miku hating British people. Again, we gotta find that video and post that in the server.
Hello there, everyone. It's me, Nagito Kamida on the Nintendo DS.
Hey, my ears. EHUC. There we go. New room code, just in case anybody else wants to join in.
Yes.
I like to
Throwing it
I
back
always like to
equals twerking.
I always like to reset the server just to let people join in if they want to.
Because you throw your ass back. That's why it's twerking.
Let me just... Okay, it is in the Discords. It's in the meme channel, alongside the FNAF video that I posted this early hours this morning before I fell asleep. But yes, I know. But I love that song. I remember us talking about that song a while ago during one of your Genshin streams. We were talking about FNAF and we were talking about that. That song's a classic. Oh, I love that song. But it's Peter Griffin.
Which makes it infinitely more better.
Yeah. It's unironically really good though. I was listening to it a couple of times. But yeah, EHUC. Go to jackbox.tv. You can either join us, there's 3 more spots for actually joining in with the quips, or you can join the audience and write and just sway the votes. I'll give it another like minute. Yeah, the cactus one's cute. I like the little smug face it has. Selfie is the moon. That just reminds me of the meme for Chowder. If you remember Chowder. For those that don't remember Chowder, it was the old Cartoon Network cooking show. The old animated cooking show around cooking. But yeah, the intro is just, you take the moon, and 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 you take the moon. They literally just repeated the first line of the intro over and over again. That's just what memes devolved into. Yeah, it was weird. Okay, I'm gonna call it there and say everybody's in.
3, 2, 1.
Go!
I hope you're ready for Quiplash 3, The End Times. I'm Schmitty's stunt double, Schmatty. I promise you can't
Oh,
tell
hey,
the difference.
Schmatty.
Round 1 is upon
I
us.
miss Schmitty
Points
already.
are awarded based on the percentage of people who
Yeah.
went for your
Schmatty's
answer,
just
so
not as
make 'em
cool as
count.
Schmitty.
Oh.
You're almost out of time. Don't forget your safety quips. And now it begins. Let's get the party started with... Okay, which one of you used the Xerox to make copies of
What's
blank?
Xerox?
A printer.
Oh.
All right, vote.
Oh god, not the Communist Manifesto.
Yes, the Communist Manifesto.
I'm sorry, but those Moby Huges are looking kind of fine.
Yes!
Next, huge twist. Turns out the monster was really Blank wearing a mask the whole time. Now it gets
I
real.
expected
Pick
Ryan
your
here.
favorite.
Eh.
But yes, me who went too long without cheese is also very true.
Yes. You can't use your selfie.
Oh no! A good thing I didn't vote for that.
Let's keep it going.
Selfie's too cute to be a
Oddly enough, the Tour
monster.
de France takes a tiny detour through Blank.
Hell.
Your mum.
All right, people, it's
I guessed
time.
right. The Tour de France takes a tiny detour
no.
through your mum.
I have to vote for your mom.
Yeah, I have to.
And here we have
Your mom
someone
jokes.
who looks good is a snack, but someone who looks really good is a Blank.
Zhao.
And now, pick your favorite.
Okay.
Zhao
And
supremacy.
The federal government should have an executive department of Blank.
Oh god. Yeah.
Okay, choose your favorite.
I am part of that department. Not saying it exists or anything, but
Not yet.
if that
government first.
theoretically, if that department existed, I am a part of it.
So that was round one. Let us never speak of it again. But hey, let's see those scores.
I'm not saying it exists, but damn it,
Not yet.
compromised.
You have to take over the government first.
Round two is here, and the points are doubled. So stop talking about round one already.
We're not.
Okay.
We're talking about waifus. I like some of the quips that use a person's name. That just grabs a member of the group.
Okay, I'm not responsible for what happens next.
For those of you
Let
wondering,
us set
I'm not
sail
saying
It's
which
just
one
a
of
matter
you.
of
Oh,
time
it already
before
came up.
someone goes through this player's phone.
Some
and
of you won't
finds
get this
Blank.
joke because you don't. I don't think.
Okay, time to choose.
Rice?
Yeah. For those,
Rice?
Marshy likes rice.
Next on the docket,
Marshy likes
you know
rice.
your dog is basic as when. Here's the fun part. Pick your
Bayo, for
favorite
real.
clip.
Anyone who uses Amber is a psychopath, and I
Yeah.
stand by that.
Using the free characters is you basic.
Let's see how they handle the opposite of music.
Rice singing. Nope. Sorry.
All right, choose your
Hey,
favorite.
Ricelander. But yeah, hearing one's own voice in a VOD is the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm a bit more inclined for Ryslander. Thank you, Ray. Ray, a homie.
Okay, what's next? They really should cancel high school gym class and replace it with blank.
Genshin.
Genshin.
Yes!
Yes.
Genshin.
Time to pick the one you like best.
Not VTubing 101. That'll give us competition. We don't need competition if it's a basic subject in high school. With how busy the VTuber industry is at the moment,
Next
we don't
one
need
up.
competition.
The hottest Christmas gift in 1910.
Especially when that is basically setting people up to be like industry VTubers, like all the,
Decisions,
you know, the
decisions.
one of
Choose your
those
favorite.
ones part of the big groups and stuff.
1910, Sophie, not your personal hardest Christmas gift.
I still, yeah, let's.
Hey, Marshy? Huh? What? Okay.
Marshy has already
Now
quickly
that you've laid
caught
waste
on with
to
the
round
jokes
two,
in this
let's
I
community.
can see that, yeah, huh?
You know what else is hard to see up? 5 stars. I don't have any.
Come inside
Yup,
and behold
like
Whiplash. The end you've
my.
been quipping
I don't even have.
towards.
I haven't even seed up
You'll
Hazo.
each get a prompt, 3 separate responses.
Cheese is
And
cheese.
since we have an odd number of players, you'll be going against little old me.
Selfie fighting the bot. Yeah, Alex is a wall goblin for cheese. Always in, not just Selfie's walls, all of our walls, wanting a payment of cheese every day.
And Sophie gives it to me for free and I don't need to steal it because she's very nice.
Yeah, I don't have cheese.
Yeah, I just nibble on rye every now and then again. I can digest plastic.
Oh. So that's why a finger or two gets shaved in the night.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just really hungry.
It's a good thing I have
Time's
excess
running out.
plastic.
Yeah, I know.
For those that don't know, I have like
No
lore-wise,
turning back now.
I do have a drawer full of spurt eyes. Not creepy at all.
Based on your deeds, the 3 most likely things you'll be reincarnated as in your next life.
School teacher.
All right, people.
The
it's
world's
voting
first
time.
bat squirrel.
I like that. I like the bat squirrel. Oh no!
How was? I thought that would have been
The 3
Ray.
steps to a perfect surgery.
Yeah, me too, actually.
All right, vote for the one you like
Forget
best.
you. Yeah, just eat the. Where was the cheese? Did the patient have it in his left pocket or something? But yes, if you're not losing your wristwatch, what else are you doing?
They just didn't get the joke.
When you think about it, there are only 3 emotions. They are now it gets real.
The
Pick your
right is
favorite.
just selfie. Selfie's
Good
3
one.
emotions.
Yeah, the left one is yours.
No,
Not
it's-
even. Okay, it's not. What?
Yeah. I'm just
These
saying
not
those are
doing what I
selfies
expect them to
emotions.
do.
I can't believe we made it.
I'm
Let's
just
see
saying
the
those are
final
selfies
scores.
emotions. I got squished. Look at my
squished.
face.
You like that, huh?
No.
You like being squashed?
Alex, who went too long without cheese, and your mom. The two top answers. And robot waifus.
And robot waifus.
The trio of good answers. We'll keep on playing till the hour. Let's switch games now, actually.
Sure.
Let's actually play some Champed Up. Bit of drawing. Let's draw champions to fight each other. It's just, that ominous eye in the mouth of the chicken.
Oh god, I didn't see that. All the designs are disturbing.
That's the fun part.
Communist manifesto. I read that thing.
Oh. Yeah, you got like this dude. I love all of these. The music is very like hype. So yeah, the room code is there as well as a reminder to everyone. Probably still just be us 5, but yeah.
It's like slap fight,
Yeah.
but with drawings. You gotta moderate it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the wall.
Hello, can you guys chat in chat to confirm you're here? I just want to make sure you're not just two randomers. No, I mean the two people that just joined. Hello. Oh, thank God. Welcome, welcome. Okie dokie, thank you. That's good, thank you. I see. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Okay, let's go then. Oh, sorry, I double tapped my phone. Also, Selfie posted the full PNG.
Welcome to the
Yeah,
Subathon.
I just got the notification on my phone.
Trainers are about to face off to see who's the best at creating champion characters with unusual skills. Will the underdogs take down the heavy favorites? It's time to get champed
Oh my
up.
god, I am barking.
In this first step, the trainers will be prompted to draw
As
and
there are
name
newcomers
a
in here
particular
today,
type of
I'll let
champion
the
character.
tutorials.
They'll be equipped with 2 tools, a pen for drawing and a thick marker for coloring in. Once a character is drawn and named, it can be submitted.
A little
The timer's
spritzy.
been set. Off we go.
Alright. Hello, welcome in. How are you? Okay. Ooh. What to draw? Okay, thank God. This is hard. What? Is there a time limit? Oh yeah, there is. Okay, I still have 30 seconds. Okay.
20 seconds remain. Players need to name their character.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, don't forget you have to name your characters too.
Time.
The trainers are now moving on to creating a challenger. These characters will be the underdogs because their creators will see who they're competing against, but not what the contest will be. So they must analyze their opponent's unique skill set to create what they hope is a worthy challenger. Let's see the drama unfold.
Ooh. What the heck is this?
What?
Name those characters.
I think I got this.
It's time for the main
Oh.
event. Here comes our first brave warrior. And in this corner we've got... These two will battle to
Oh
see who
no.
is the champion of fertility.
I like the
Evenly
idea,
matched.
but
What a whack attack! Some extra cash goes to the underdog. Make room! Make room!
He just said make womb.
In this corner we've got... They'll be facing off against... We'll decide once and for all who is the champion of being out of touch.
Oh, today is technically Out of Touch Fridays. You're out of... Is it Out of Touch Fridays or Out of Touch Thursdays?
Incredible!
Thursdays.
Ah, I see. We missed it.
This is tough to watch.
Eh? What the hell?
Fathers.
Eh?
He does
Whoa.
not need dementia pills.
They just don't get it. Now entering the ring. And opposing them will be... One of them will be crowned the champion of hunks. Get out the popcorn. This is a good battle. Talk about a character assassination. Hubba hubba.
Hubba hubba.
Next up, it'll be versus
Marcy on crack.
these two are facing off to see who is the champion of cult leaders.
Oh god.
Right.
Hmm?
You are the
Now
champion of cult
this is
leaders.
a dude
I'm not.
unbelievable.
I'm not a cult leader.
Marcy on
They
crack.
have a compelling argument. Moving on, we've got versus. One of them will walk out
Oh
as
god, Alex versus
champion
Ray.
of office parties.
Who would be the best party animal? The destroyer of cheese or Ray Wee?
Holy smokes! Well,
Ooh.
no other way to say it. It's a bloodbath.
Come on, little gremlin Ray. No.
HR approves. Make way for versus. Only
Yeah,
one of
no,
them
it's
can
so-
be the champion of heavy metal. I don't believe what I'm seeing.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, no.
Close.
Time to rock and roll. Here's our next competitor. Versus these two are competing to be the champion of rejected Pokemon.
Yeah.
I love Take a shit.
They're trading punches.
Yay!
God, he's a chonker.
Will they be able to maintain this lead?
My boy, my thick boy, my son.
You don't have to catch all of them. Here are the scores as we head into halftime.
Hell yeah.
Oh no, Selvi. And my money's over 9,000. This one's a tricky one.
"20-second warning, name those characters."
I didn't know. Oh god, that's pink. I must put down a color because I'm colorblind. Don't worry about it. Almost used the wrong color. Don't worry about it. Oh, this is
20-second
easy.
warning, name those characters.
Okie dokie, selfie. Probably only do like one more round after this, and then like this might be the last game. Actually, these are taking a while, and then I'll move on to Dracula reading.
the second half, which means it's time for the tag teams. Each matchup will include a surprise contest where players can tag out their characters. The bonus points are doubled and votes for both contests will be cumulative. Let's start things off with our first two fighters.
Mar.
One of them will be the champion of fictional celebrities. It's the Clash of the Titans.
But Kirby.
Oh, the humanity. It's not over yet. Here's the next title up for grabs. The champion of deserving their own Funko doll.
Holy smokes!
Will the trainers keep their characters or swap out? They're going to the bench.
Thikachu deserves his own.
Nasty
He
uppercut.
does.
Thikachu deserves this. Damn it, so close.
I dare you to name a more iconic duo.
Balthazar and Mar.
Yeah.
Two new
We just picked
fighters enter the
Nintendo
ring.
characters.
Oh god, guy.
Well, you hate to see
That
this.
drawing is
It's
good. What the fuck?
forfeit.
Yeah.
A solo victory. What a feat.
Eh?
Eh?
Here's our next matchup. You will decide who is the champion of Nasty. Back and forth they go.
Ooh,
The
Bobtastic
gloves are
also
off
punch ya.
now. We'll declare a winner after this next match. The champion of the Starbucks bathroom.
Ooh.
The trainers have a decision to make. It's a whole new fight. Kapow! That's gotta hurt.
He looks like a Starbucks
Here we go.
frequent. Oh, yeah, still.
Even better.
I think.
Nothing can stop these two. It's time for our next bout.
Out.
Who is the champion of the underworld?
This is not good out in
Receiving end of that
context.
blow.
What the hell?
This next contest
I just
could
got given
swing
the
things.
neat and thought best
The
way to combat the
champion
neat
of
would be
Hot
outdoors.
Topic.
That been a hot
Will the
topic?
players tag out? Let's find out. We're witnessing an
I'm getting
absolute
wrecked here.
thrashing.
Yeah, you lost.
Yeah.
You
That
lost.
all she wrote.
Yes.
That was a good thing. That I thought that was easy. Just the what's the best way to combat a neat? The outdoors.
Selfie animated your dementia pills.
Oh god.
And anime.
Here are the next two fighters.
Yes, I got animated.
Yes.
You
I
will
remember.
decide who is the champion of the dark arts.
What? It's just a dot.
The pen
Revenue.
is fightier. It all comes down to this next match. The champion of having a beautiful singing voice.
Ooh, this is a chance to
What
swap.
will the trainers do? Let's see.
Oh, still the
The ref
same.
just needs to call it.
Yeah, I guess.
Nobody wants
dot
to
is
switch.
from selfie because she has to go.
Yes, sadly.
Yeah.
Now that there
A
is
free
teamwork,
win.
folks.
Yeah.
Moving on. One
Jeff.
of them will be The champion of weirdos.
Tony's just trying to live his best life.
Who will
Jeff
draw
looks
blood
insane.
First?
Jeff the killer. Haha.
It looks like Ronald McDonald crossed with Sans.
Now they'll be battling for this
Oh, no.
title. The champion of the waiting room.
He's the type of guy you would
It's
see in a waiting
decision
room.
time.
Yeah, Jeff is still the type of
Welcome
guy
to
you'd see in a
Slamtown.
waiting room.
Absolute.
And the cheese stands alone.
The cheese won't stand alone for long with Alex around.
Up next. Who is the champion of smelling fantastic? It's too close to call.
The cheese thief.
The cheese thief.
Here's the next contest.
Both of them are me.
Champion of
Yeah.
tasting terrible.
Oh yeah.
There
Oh
we
yeah.
go. Bench.
Definitely
Look
the
away.
boomer.
Look away.
Who
Got
has
him on the
regrets?
ropes.
Yeah, cheese does.
Good at this game.
Their chemistry is off the charts.
Well done.
Hell yeah.
Okay, folks, that was the final match. The judges are tallying the final scores, and we have a
Hell
winner.
yeah.
Alex with $50,000. Imagine if you could get that in real life.
Yes. Jackbox.
Pay me,
Yeah, my bank details.
please. Just any of us getting the amount of money that we have here.
Yeah, would be enough, honestly.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop it there. I'm gonna need to... I think it's time for... good old...
Good old Dracula.
Yeah. Plus it's getting to... chill vibes. Gonna have to get which Dracula would be more visually aesthetic. Oh no. Oof. And then what's the... I'm gonna let you guys decide in a minute which ones. Would you like to stay in BC, Alex?
Would you like me to stay?
I wouldn't mind, it'd be nice. Yeah, thank you, it was so fun. Again, I hope to play more of this game in the future.
That was really fun.
Yeah, 'tis the Jackbox way. But yes, I shall be right back. It is like midnight, so I'll be right back. And then everybody get nice and comfy. Maybe get in bed or something. I will be reading Dracula for the next like hour. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hello, chat. Are you feeling entertained? I can't. But thinking of something to say, but I can't think of anything. No thoughts head empty. It is 1 a.m. here, so I have an excuse.
Hello there, everyone. It's me, Nagito Kamaida on the Nintendo DS.
Hello there, everyone. It's me, Nagito Komaeda on the Nintendo DS. I can't do it because my parents are asleep. Hello, Sophie. Yes, hello. Yeah. No. My beloved neat demon. I sim for you. Parents are always like, oh yeah, and if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you follow them? I swear to God, if you tell me to jump off a bridge, I would. If it's for you, anything. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes. I need to update it to my new model though with the purple dress. Yes, give more subs. We need more. We are at 50 subs at the moment, and almost half of them were mine. But we need only 50 more for the face reveal. So we can see this wonderful, cute little robo guy here. And we get Maidry at 90. And the ASMR Whispering stream at 60. An ASMR stream from Rye is only $50 away. Only 10 subs away. I'd say that's totally worth it. Oh no, not the burning cheese. Cheese. More mortal positions must be forfeited to our Ropo Overlord. To the call to leader. Yes. Hands are amazing. You can do a lot with hands. You can touch the rye, you can pet the rye, you can hold the rye, you can forfeit all mortal positions to the rye. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub, Sophie. That puts us at 51 subs, everyone. 51. Why shouldn't it have worked? Of course it worked. We are only $45 away from an ASMR or whispering stream, everyone. $45. That is one good game or 4 hours of raw ASMR. I'd say the choice is obvious. The answer is clear, as a specific ad once said. Yo, Marshy, what's poppin'? I see your gifts, I see the cheese, and I am hungry again. Cheese. A good investment. Yes, indeed, a good investment. A brilliant way to invest your money into a brighter and happier future for all of us. Yes, a very good deal. Best value for money, absolutely. Take it from me. I spent over $100 on this stream already, and I feel accomplished. I will now have good luck for 2 months. At least 2 months. Yes, undoubtedly. Indubitably, even, yes.
Hello.
Yes, scrumptious. Alright. He is back now.
Yeah. What did I
I'm
miss?
just... Ryan's not here yet, go away.
Eh?
I was just advertising your subscribe button.
Oh. Wanting me to go away from my own stream. Okay, so I see how it is, Selfie. Okay. I'll go. I'll go.
You also said your voice is heavenly.
Oh, actually, no, I'm going back. I actually did get up, take my headphones off, and walk away. I'm here. I'm here. Right. Oh no, I'm not a Robo Overlord. Also, Selfie, thank you for the gift sub to Nana. So that's 51 subs. Poggers.
50. Poggers.
Poggers. Most good invest. No. Ugh. Ugh. Anyway, I'm actually going to turn off the background playlist because it's nice, soothing. I need a display. So, which Dracula looks nicer?
It's just text.
Yeah, both are just text, but it helps chat read along while I'm reading. One or two?
Do a poll. Like.
Okay. So the one that looks more like a book, or the one that looks more like a Word document? They're both the same Dracula, but it's just book.
Format are different.
Oh, Word.
Yeah, I can't read it anyway. It's too small. For us, I don't think it matters.
Okay, so this is going to be a 5-minute poll. Book or Word document? I'll share my screen for you, Alex. Goodreads Dracula. Le book. Okay, so this version is winning Le Shaft. How about Le Goat? It doesn't play over Discord, but stream heard Le Goat.
Oh, in like the first few paragraphs, there's already a German word, and I'm excited to see how you pronounce that.
Oh, I see it.
Great. Actually, two. Goddamn.
Would it be Klausenberg?
That too, but there's another one.
Oh, jeez.
It's the third one in the same as Klausenburg.
Hey, I got Klausenberg right.
Almost. It's a burg. It's Burg.
Oh, arriving at Vienna. Yeah. Budapest. Is
the
it?
name of the dish?
Yeah. Handel.
Not Handel.
I said Handel.
Handel. Yeah, that's pretty good. Damn. Paprika Handel. It just means, yeah,
Yeah.
paprika chicken, whatever. Pepper chicken.
Okay, book's already won. There's no point in waiting unless like 2 or 3 people manage to sway the vote to the other one. Anyway. Chapter 1. John Harker's Journal. May 3rd. I don't want to pronounce some of these. At 8:35 p.m. on 1st of May, arriving at Vienna early next morning. Should have arrived 6:46, but the train was an hour late. Budapest seems like a wonderful place. From the glimpse which I got of it from the train, and the little I could walk through the streets, I feared to go very far from the station, as we arrived late and would start as near the correct time as possible. The impression I had was that we were leaving the west and entering the east. Actually, I almost forgot to change the stream title quickly. I just gotta change my stream title. Okay. The impression I had as we were leaving the west and entering the east was the most western of splendid bridges over the... Alex. Do you know this word?
I'm not laughing because of you. It's just the English name for a German river.
Ah.
So saying Danube is correct.
Danube. Okay. Which is here of noble width and depth. It took us among the traditions of Turkish rule. Among us. Backwards. We left in pretty good time and came after nightfall to Klausenburg. Here I stopped for the night at the Hotel Royal. I had for dinner, or rather supper, a chicken done up some way with red pepper, which was very good but thirsty. Memory, get recipe for Mina. I asked the waiter and he said it was called paprika Hendel. and that, as it was a national dish, I should be able to get anywhere along the Carpathians. I found my smattering of German very useful here, indeed. I don't know how I should be able to get on without it. I had some time at my disposal when in London. Having had some time at my disposal when in London, I had visited the British Museum with all the items they stole, and made search among the books and maps in the library regarding Transylvania. It had struck me that some foreknowledge of the country could hardly fail to have some importance in dealing with a nobleman of that country. I find that the districts he named in the extreme east of the country, just on the borders of 3 states, Transylvania, Moldavia, and Bukovina, in the midst of the Carpathian Mountains, one of the wildest and least known portions of Europe. I was not able to light on any map or work given the exact locality of the Castle Dracula, as there are no maps of this country as yet to compare with our own Ordnance Survey maps, but I found that Bistrix, the post town named by Count Dracula, is a fairly well-known place. I shall enter here for some of my notes, as they may refresh my memory when I talk over my travels with Mina. In the population of Transylvania, there are 4 distinct nationalities: Saxons in the south, and mixed with them the Wallachs, who are the descendants of the Dracians, Magyars in the west. Oh God. Alex, could you help with this word?
Oh, it's not German.
Oh.
Wait, yeah, no, that is Polish most probably, and the quality is too low. I can't read it.
Szeklis?
Wait, just copy it in the Discord. Send it to me somewhere.
Yeah. Where's the DM? SZEKEL. It's fine.
Jekelis?
Yeah.
I know that SZ is like J.
Jekelis.
Probably something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not Polish.
Yes. In the east and north, I'm going among the latter, who claim to be descended from Attila and the Huns. This may be so, for when the Magyars conquered the country in the 11th century, they found the Huns settled in it. I read that every known superstition in the world is gathered into the horseshoe of the Carpathians, as if it were the centre of some sort of imaginative whirlpool. If so, my stay may be very interesting. Memoir, I must ask the Count all about them. I'm guessing these are little memoirs. Yeah, some of these words I do know. Oh, hey, Citri. We're getting to the end of today's stream. At least today's stream, anyway. By reading some Dracula before bed. I can't stream overnight, sadly, because I don't want to leave this computer on too long, overheat anything. But I will be continuing tomorrow for a couple hours. And then Sunday for a couple hours. Like, space it out, because tomorrow I'll be busy. But Sunday I'll have, like, more time. But yeah, at 50 subs, that's an extra 5 hours, and I've already made up I'm almost making up the 12 hours right now. So that's be 5 hours spread over tomorrow, which I'll probably just do the law. I'll probably just talk about law, and then Sunday, which will be a bit fun. I shall try and make it fun. Yeah, we're at 51 subs at the moment. I have already posted stuff on Twitter, already said things, I already sorted out the certain redeems and certain stuff. It's just the pick a game. Chat hasn't picked a game yet, which we'll pick over the weekend.
I'm excited to have your account for
Oh
it.
yeah, we've got to pick a day for that as well.
Yeah.
Where did I?
One where I have a lot of time.
Yeah. We're just reading. Oh, I think I have Jump King on Steam. Let me quickly check. Yeah, I have Jump King. Oh, that's the wrong link. I will send my Steam link. My Steam link should be further above.
We'll just make the account overtaking canon and say you were hacked or have a virus. Kitty cat virus.
Yeah, best virus.
Best virus.
Here's my Steam library. I have stuff like Jump King. I do have Bennett Foddy. I have a bunch of games. I have tried to stream FNAF before, but it did not work. Other than Security Breach, the earlier FNAFs are harder to stream. Anyway, where am I up to? After the memoir. I did not sleep well, though my bed was comfortable enough, for I had all sorts of queer dreams. I forgot this was an old book, so there will be some controversial things being said. There was a dog howling all night under my window, which may have had something to do with it, or it may have been the paprika. For I had to drink up all the water in my carafe, and was still thirsty. You all get to pick the game. It's up to you guys. How rage you want me to be, how chill you want me to play. Towards morning, I slept and was wakened by the continuous knocking at my door, so I guess I must have been sleeping soundly then. I had for breakfast more paprika and a sort of porridge of maize flour, which they said was a mamaliga, and eggplant stuffed with force meat, a very excellent dish which they call impletata. Memoir. Get a recipe for this also. I had to hurry breakfast, for the train started a little before 8, or rather it ought to have done so, for after rushing to the station at 7:30, I had to sit in the carriage for more than an hour before we began to move. It seems to me that the further east you go, the more unpunctual are the trains. What ought they to be in China? All day long we seemed to dawdle through a country which was full of beauty of every kind. Sometimes we saw little towns or castles at the top of steep hills, such as we see in old missals. Sometimes we ran by rivers and streams, which seemed like the wide stony margin on each side of them to be subject of great floods. It takes lots of water and running strong to sweep the outside edge of a river clear. At every station there were groups of people, sometimes crowds, and in all sorts of attire. Some of them were just like the peasants at home, or those I saw coming through France and Germany, with short jackets and round hats and homemade trousers, but others were very picturesque. The women looked pretty, except when you got near them, but they were very clumsy about the waist. They had I don't know, it's just Old English, whatever. Old English sexism. They had all full white sleeves of some kind or other. Oh yeah, I'm still live, Shrimpy. I said 12 hours and I was going for 12 hours. I did take a 2-hour break to eat and wait for food at least and run like an errand or two. So I am going a bit longer, but yeah, 12 hours today, and I'll be because of the getting 51 subs for now. I'll be going 5 hours a bit tomorrow and a bit Sunday evening, not Sunday morning, because Sunday morning I will be joining Boxy in her stream.
Oh, the selfie emotes, I want them too.
I know the selfie emotes are amazing. Yep, most of them had big belts, with a lot of stripes for something fluttering about them like the dresses in a ballet. But of course, there were petticoats under them. I did promise 12 hours, and I delivered 12 hours. And I will be delivering the other hours I promised over the weekend. It's just I can't stream overnight. The strangest figures we saw were the Slovaks, who were more barbarian than the rest, with their big cowboy hats, great baggy dirt white trousers, white linen shirts, and enormous heavy leather belts. Nearly a foot wide, all studded over with brass nails. They wore high boots with their trousers tucked into them, and had long black hair and heavy black moustaches. They are very picturesque, but do not look prepossessing. On the stage, they would be sat down once as some old oriental band of brigands. They are, however, I am told, very harmless and rather wanting in natural self-assertion. It was on the dark side of twilight when we got to Bristrix, which is a very interesting old place, being practically on the frontier, for the Borgo Pass leads from it into Bukovonia, and has a very stormy existence, and it certainly shows marks of it. 50 years ago, a series of great fires took place, which made a terrible havoc on 5 separate occasions. At the very beginning of the 17th century, it underwent a siege of 3 weeks and lost 13,000 people, the casualties of war proper being assisted by famine and disease. Count Dracula had directed me to go to the Golden Krone Hotel, which I found, to my great delight, to be thoroughly old-fashioned, for of course I wanted to see all I could of the ways of the country. I was evidently expected, for when I got near the door, I faced a cheery-looking elderly woman in the usual peasant dress, white undergarment with a long double apron front and back of coloured stuff fitting almost too tight for modesty. When I came close, she bowed and said, "The Herr Englishman?" "Yes," I said, "John Harker." She smiled and gave me some message to the elderly man in the white shirt sleeves who had followed her to the door. He went, but immediately returned with a letter. "My friend, welcome to the Carpathians." Hey Toppy, I hope you had a good rest. We're nearing the end of today's stream. We have reached, to summarize, we've reached 51 subs so far. I have nearly gone 12 hours specifically streaming. I did take like a break, but I did promise 12 hours today at least. I will be continuing the rest of the hours from the rest of the 5 hours. It still can increase through the weekend if you sub. The 5 hours over the weekend. Tomorrow will be low as well. Well, when I wake up anyway. You know, it's not going to be like... And Sunday, a short stream Saturday and a bit of a longer stream Sunday, you know. It's just that I can't stream for too long at this point. I can only stream for a bit longer. I can't stream overnight, so... It would be nice to get some rest as well. But we've gone like 12 hours, 12, like, technically 14 hours live, but... But yeah, it's been really successful and a really good way to celebrate my year of streaming. Especially with Sunday being Boxy's stream as well. But yeah, to continue. My friend, welcome to the Carpathians. Yeah, I can't wait. I am anxiously expecting you. Sleep well tonight. At 3 tomorrow, the diligence will start for Bukovonia. A place on it is kept for you. I'm not old. At the Borgo Pass, my carriage will await you and will bring you to me. I trust that your journey from London has been a happy one, and that you will enjoy your stay in my beautiful land. Your friend, Dracula. Imagine being friends with Dracula. I've got a cooler vampire friend. Yeah, a year of streaming. I can't wait to see some of your guys' anniversaries.
No, that'll take a bit.
Yeah, I know, but I'll still be here. I'll be waiting. I'll gladly participate. But yeah, I've posted a lot already, Toppy, from a couple, well, not a couple tweets. I'll be posting the unhinged tweet whenever, like, it gets thought up. But I've already posted a team tweet. I've already sent my censored photos. Oh, today, it was today the 5th. Well, it's technically the 6th now, but it was the 5th of August. Yeah, I went live, was it 7 p.m. or 8 p.m? The 5th of August, 2021. Yeah. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, your anniversary's in a few days too. Yeah, Toppy's anniversary, yeah. Make sure to check Toppy's anniversary too. But yeah, chill vibes at the moment, guys. Chill vibes. Sleepy. Of course, Toppy's only just woken up, but for the rest of you, you should be lying down. Nice reading. 4th of May. I found that my landlord had got a letter from the Count directing him to secure the best place on the coach for me. But on making inquiries as to details, he seemed somewhat reticent and pretended that he could not understand my German. This could not be true, because up to then he had understood it perfectly. At least he had answered my questions exactly as if he did. He and his wife, the old lady who had received me, looked at each other in a frightened sort of way. He mumbled out that the money had been sent in a letter, and that was all he knew. When I asked him if he knew Count Dracula and could tell me anything of his castle, both he and his wife crossed themselves, and saying that they knew nothing at all, simply refused to speak further. It was all so near the time of starting that I had no time to ask anyone else, for it was all very mysterious and not by any means comforting. Just before I was leaving, the old lady came up to my room and said in a hysterical way, "Must you go? Oh, younger, must you go?" She was in such an excited state that she seemed to have lost her grip of what German she knew, and mixed it all up with some other language which I did not know at all. I was just able to follow her by asking many questions. When I told her that I must go at once, she said that I was engaged on important business, and that I was engaged on important business. She asked again, "Do you know what day it is?" I answered that it was the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. She shook her head and said again, "Oh yes, I know that, but do you know what day it is?" On my saying that I did not understand, she went on, "It is the eve of St. George's Day. Do you not know that tonight, when the clock strikes midnight, that all evil things in the world will have full sway? Do you know where you are going, and what you are going to?" She was in such evident distress that I tried to comfort her, but without effect. Finally, she went down on her knees and implored me not to go, at least to wait a day or two before starting. It was all very ridiculous, but I did not feel comfortable. However, there was business to be done, and I could allow nothing to interfere with it. Hey, congrats on the Burmese. I tried to raise her up and said as gravely as I could that I thanked her, but my duty was imperative, and that I must go. She then rose and dried her eyes, and taking a crucifix from her neck, offered it to me. I did not know what to do, for I am an English church. As an English churchman, I have been taught to regard such things as in some measure idolatrous, and yet it seems so ungracious to refuse an old lady meaning so well in such a state of mind. She saw, I suppose, in the doubt in my face, for she put the rosary around my neck and said, "For your mother's sake," and went out of the room. I am writing this part of the diary whilst I am waiting for the coach, which is of course late, and the crucifix is still around my neck. Whether it is the old lady's fear, or the many ghostly traditions of this place, or the crucifix itself, I don't know. I do not know. But I am not feeling nearly as easy in my mind as usual. If this book should ever reach Mina before I do, let it bring my goodbye. Here comes the coach. 5th of May, the castle. The grey of the morning has passed, and the sun is high over the distant horizon, which seems jagged. Whether the trees or hills I know not, for it is so far off that big things and little are mixed. I am not sleepy, and as I am not to be called till I awake, naturally I write till sleep comes. I'm glad you're enjoying this, Sophie. There are many odd things to put down, and lest who reads them may fancy that I dined too well before I left Bistrix, let me put down my dinner exactly. I dined on what they called robber steak, bits of bacon, onion, and beef, seasoned with red pepper and strung on sticks, and roasted over the fire in simple style of London's cat's meat. Hee hee hee. Oh jeez. The wine was golden medaged, which produces a queer sting on the tongue, which is, however, not disagreeable. Of course, it's a nice way to end the stream. And then we get right into lore tomorrow. Juicy lore. You will all see the image uncensored. I only had a couple of glasses of this and nothing else. When I got on the coach, the driver had not taken his seat, and I saw him talking to the landlady. Thank you for the hugs. They were evidently talking of me, for every now and then they looked at me, and some of the people who were sitting on the bench outside the door came and listened and then looked at me, most of them pityingly. I could hear a lot of words often repeated, queer words, for there were many nationalities in the crowd, and I quietly got my polyglot dictionary from my bag and looked them out. I don't like the terminology here. Then again, this is an old book. I must say they were not cheering for me, for amongst them were Ordog, Satan, Pockle, Hell, Stregoica, Witch, Vrolok, and Vulkoslak. Both mean the same thing, one being Slovak and the other Servian, for something that is either werewolf or vampire. Memoir. I must ask the Count about these superstitions. When we started, the crowd round the inn door, which had by this time swelled to a considerable size, all made the sign of a cross and two pointed fingers towards me. Yeah. Again, if we actually hit the 60 subs one by the end of the weekend, because this is going to be a anniversary subathon, I'm guessing the entire weekend now. I've stretched it over the entire weekend. If we do hit 60, the ASMR thing will probably just be me continuing reading. Just me calmly reading for an entire stream. With some difficulty, I got fellow passengers to tell me what they meant. He would not answer at first, but on learning that I was English, he explained that it was a charm or guard against the evil eye. This was not very pleasant for me, just starting for an unknown place to meet an unknown man, but everyone seemed so kind-hearted and so sorrowful and so sympathetic that I could not but be touched. I shall never forget the last glimpse which I had of the inn yard and its crowd of picturesque figures, all crossing themselves as they stood around the wide archway, with its background of rich foliage of oleander and orange trees in green tubs clustered at the centre of the yard. Then our driver, whose wide linen drawers covered the whole front of the box seat, Gutza, they call him, cracked his big whip over his 4 small horses, which ran abreast, and we set off on our journey. Yay, a hug for you too. I soon lost sight and recollection of the ghostly fears in the beauty of the scene as we drove along. Okie dokie, Morishi, hope you have a good rest. Yeah, Alex is just listening to me firsthand. Although I had known the language, or rather languages, which my fellow passengers were speaking, I might not have been able to throw them off so easily. Before us lay a green sloping land full of forests and woods, with here and there steep hills. Crowned with clumps of trees or with farmhouses, the blank gable end of the road. There was everywhere a bewildering mass of fruit, blossom, apple, plum, pear, cherry. And as we drove by, I could see the green grass under the trees spangled with the fallen petals. In and out amongst these green hills of what they call here the Mittelland, ran the road, losing itself as it swept round the grassy curve, or was shut out by the straggling end of pine woods, which here and there ran down the hillsides like tongues of flame. The road was rugged, but still we seemed to fly over it with a feverish haste. I could not understand then what the haste meant, but the driver was evidently bent on losing no time in reaching Borgo Prund. I was told that this road is in summertime excellent, but that it had not yet been put in order after the winter snows. In this respect it is different from the general run of the roads in the Carpathians, for it is an old tradition that they are not to be kept in too good order. Of old, the Hospards would not repair them, lest the Turk should think that they were preparing to bring in foreign troops, and so hasten the war which was always really at loading point. Oh yeah. Oh, that sounds so comfy. And Alex on my lap. Beyond the green swelling hills of the Mittelland rose mighty slopes of forest. Up the lofty sleeps of the Carpathians themselves, right and left of us, they towered, with the afternoon sun falling full upon them and bringing out all the glorious colours of this beautiful range. Deep blue and purple in the shadows of the peaks, green and brown were the grass and rock mingled, and an endless perspective of jagged rock and pointed crags, till these were themselves lost in the distance, where the snowy peaks rose grandly. Here and there seemed mighty rifts in the mountains, through which, as the sun began to sink, we saw now and again the white gleam of falling water. One of my companions touched my arm as we swept around the base of a hill and opened up the lofty snow-covered peak of the mountain, which seemed, as we wound on our serpentine way, to the right before us. I might butcher this. Look, Eastern Zek, God's seat, as he crossed himself reverently. As we wound on our endless way, and the sun sank lower and lower behind us, the shadows of the evening began to creep around us. This was emphasized by the fact that the snowy mountain top still held the sunset and seemed to glow out with a delicate cool pink. Here and there we passed Czechs and Slovaks, all in picturesque attire, but I noticed the goiter was painfully prevalent. By the roadside there were many crosses, and as we swept by, my companions all crossed themselves. Here and there was a peasant man or woman kneeling before a shrine, who did not even turn around as we approached, but seemed in the self-surrender of devotion, to have neither eyes nor ears for the outer world. There were many things new to me, for instance, hayricks in the trees, and here and there very beautiful masses of weeping birch. There, white stems shining like silver through the delicate green of the leaves. Ooh, we're getting closer to the end of the chapter. I will end stream probably at the end of this chapter and continue with chapter 2 next time. We probably do a reading stream if you guys want to see a reading stream like this again. Now and again we pass the Later wagon, the ordinary peasant's cart with its long snake-like vertebra, calculated to suit the inequalities of the road. On this were sure to be seated quite a group of homecoming peasants, the Czechs with the white, and the Slovaks with the coloured sheepskins, the latter carrying lance fashion along their staves, with axe at end. As the evening fell, it began to get very cold, and the growing twilight seemed to merge into one dark mistiness. Yeah, I'm glad. The gloom of the trees, oak, beech, and pine, though in the valleys which ran deep between the spurs of the hills. As we ascended through the pass, the dark firs stood out here and there against the background of late-lying snow. Sometimes as the road was cut through the pine woods that seemed in the darkness to be closing down upon us, great masses of greyness which here and there bestrewed the trees, produced a peculiarly weird and solemn effect, which carried on the thoughts and grim fancies engendered earlier in the evening, which the falling sunset threw into strange relief, and ghost-like clouds, which amongst the Carpathians seemed to wind endlessly through the valleys. Sometimes the hills were so steep that despite our driver's haste, the horses would only go slowly. I wished to get down and walk up them as we do at home, but the driver would not hear of it. No, no, he said, you must not walk there, the dogs are too fierce. And then he added, with what he evidently meant for grim pleasantry, for he looked round to catch the approving smile of the rest, and you may have enough of such matters before you go to sleep. The only stop he would make was a moment's pause to light his lamps. When it grew dark, there seemed to be some excitement among the passengers, and they kept speaking to him one after the other, as though urging him to further speed. He lashed the horses unmercifully with his long whip, and with wild cries of encouragement urged them to go on to further excursions. Then, through the darkness, I could see a sort of patch of grey light ahead of us, as though there were a cleft in the hills. The excitement of the passengers grew greater. The crazy coach rocked on its great leather springs and swayed like a boat tossed on the stormy sea. I had to hold on. The road grew more level, and we appeared to fly along. Then the mountains seemed to come nearer to us on each side, and to frown down upon us. We were entering the Borgo Pass. One by one, several of the passengers offered me gifts, which they pressed upon me with an earnestness which would take no denial. These were certainly an odd and varied kind, but each was given in simple good faith, with a kindly word and a blessing, and each same strange mixture of fair-meaning movements which I had seen outside the hotel in Bistrix. The sign of the cross and the guard against the evil eye. Then, as we flew along, the driver leaned forward on each side of the passengers, craning over the edge of the coach, peered eagerly into the darkness. It was evident that something very exciting was either happening or expected, but though I asked each passenger, no one would give me the slightest explanation. This state of excitement kept on for some little time, and at last we saw before us the pass opening out on the eastern side. There were dark, rolling clouds overhead, and in the air the heavy, oppressive sense of thunder. It seemed as though the mountain range had separated two atmospheres. Okie dokie toppy, good luck with work. Two separate atmospheres, and that now we had got into the thunderous one. It was now myself looking out for the conveyance which was to take me to the Count. Each moment I expected to see the glare of lamps through the blackness, but all was dark. The only light was the flickering rays of our own lamps, in which the steam from our hard-driven horses rose into a white cloud. We could see now the sandy road lying black before us, but there was on it no sign of a vehicle. The passengers drew back with a sigh of gladness, which seemed to mock my own disappointment. I was already thinking what I had best do, when the driver, looking at his watch, said to the others something which I could hardly hear. It was spoken so quietly and in such a low tone, I thought it was an hour less than the time. Then turning to me, he spoke in German worse than my own. There is no carriage here. The is not expected after all. We will now come on to Bukovania, in return tomorrow or the next day. Better the next day. Whilst he was speaking, the horses... Just rub my eyes a second. Whilst he was speaking, the horses began to neigh and snort and plunge wildly, so that the driver had to hold them up. Then, amongst a chorus of screams from the peasants and a universal crossing of themselves, a calèche with 4 horses drove up behind us, overtook us, and drew up beside the coach. I could see from the flash of our lamps as the rays fell on them that the horses were coal black, and splendid animals. They were driven by a tall man with a long brown beard and a great black hat, which seemed to hide his face from us. I could only see the gleam of a pair of very bright eyes, which seemed red in the lamplight as he turned to us. He said to the driver, "You are early tonight, my friend." The man stammered in reply. The English was in a hurry. To which the stranger replied, That is why I suppose you wished him to go on to Bukovania and not... You cannot deceive me, my friend. I know too much, and my horses are swift. As he spoke, he smiled, and the lamplight fell on a hard-looking mouth, with very red lips and sharp-looking teeth, as white as ivory. One of my companions whispered to the other the line from Berger's Lenore. I don't know if I can say this. Dendai. What is it? Den die Toten reiten schnell. Yay. For the dead travel fast. The strange driver evidently heard the words, for he looked up with the gleaming smile. The passengers turned his face away, and at the same time putting out his 2 fingers and crossing himself. "Give me the Earl's luggage," said the driver, and with exceeding alacrity my bags were handed out and put in the callach. Then I descended from the side of the coach, as the callach was close alongside, the driver helping me with a hand which caught my arm in a grip of steel. His strength must have been prodigious. Without a word, he shook his reins. The horses turned, and we swept into the darkness of the pass. As I looked back, I saw the steam from the horses of the coach by the light of the lamps, and projected against it the figures of my late companions crossing themselves. Then the driver cracked his whip and called to his horses, and off they swept on their way to Bukovonia. As they sank into the darkness, I felt a strange chill and a lonely feeling come over me. But a cloak was flown over my shoulders and a rung across my knees, and the driver said in excellent German, "The night is chill, mynheer, and my master the count bade me take all care of you. There's a flask of Slivovitz, the plum brandy of the country. I hope I pronounced that right. Underneath the seat if you should require it." What? I did not take any, but it was a comfort to know it was there all the same. I felt a little strangely, and not a little frightened. I think, had there been any alternative, I should have taken it instead of prosecuting that unknown night journey. The carriage that went ahead paced straight along. Then we made a complete turn and went along another straight road. It seemed to me that we were simply going over and over the same ground again, and so I took note of some salient points and found that this was so. I would have liked to ask the driver what this all meant, but I really feared to do so, for I thought that placed as I was, any protest would have no effect in case there had been an intention to delay. By and by, however, as I was curious to know how time was passing, I struck a match, and by its flame looked at my watch. It was within a few minutes of midnight. This gave me a sort of shock, for I suppose my general superstition about midnight was increased by my recent experiences. I waited with a sick feeling of suspense. Then a dog began to howl somewhere in a farmhouse far down the road, a long, agonizing wailing, as if from fear. The sound was taken up by another dog, and then another, and another, till, borne on the wind which now sighed softly through the pass, a wild howling began, which seemed to come from all over the country, as far as the imagination could grasp it through the gloom of the night. At the first howl, the horses began to strain and rear, but the driver spoke to them soothingly and they quieted down, but shivered and sweated as though after a runaway from sudden fright. Then, far off in the distance, the mountains on each side of us began a louder and sharper howling, that of wolves, which affected both the horses and myself in the same way, for I was minded to jump from the callach and run. Whilst they reared again and plunged madly, so that the driver had to use all his great strength to keep them from bolting. In a few minutes, however, my own ears got accustomed to the sound, and the horses so far became quiet that the driver was able to descend and stand before them. He petted and soothed them and whispered something in their ears, as I have heard the horse tamers doing with extraordinary effect, for under his caresses they became quite manageable again, and though they still trembled, the driver again took his seat and, shaking his reins, started off at a great pace. This time, after going to the far side of the pass, he suddenly turned down a narrow roadway which ran sharply to the right. Soon we were hemmed in the trees, which in places arched right over the roadway till we passed through a tunnel. Till we passed us through a tunnel. Till we passed us through a tunnel. That just feels wrong. And again, a great frowning rocks guided us boldly on either side. Though we were in shelter, we could hear the rising wind, for it moaned and whistled through the rocks, and the branches of the trees crashed together as we swept along. It grew colder and colder still, and fine powdery snow began to fall, so that soon we and all around us were covered in a white blanket. The keen wind still carried the howling of the dogs, though this grew fainter as we went on our way. The baying of the wolves sounded nearer and nearer, as though they were closing around on us from every side. I grew dreadfully afraid, not drew. The horses shared my fear. The driver, however, was not in the least disturbed. He kept turning his head to the left and right, but I could not see anything through the darkness. Suddenly, away on our left, I saw a faint flickering blue flame. The driver saw it at the same moment. He at once checked the horses and, jumping to the ground, disappeared into the darkness. I did not know what to do. The less as the howling of the wolf grew closer. But while I wondered, the driver suddenly appeared again, and without a word took his seat, and we resumed our journey. I think I must have fallen asleep and kept dreaming of the incident, for it seemed to be repeated endlessly, and now looking back it's like a sort of awful nightmare. Once the flame appeared so near the end of the road, and even in the darkness around us, I could watch the driver's motions. He went rapidly to where the blue flame arose. It must have been very faint, for it did not seem to illuminate the place around it at all, and gathering a few stones, formed them into some device. Once there appeared to be a strange optical effect. When he stood between me and the flame, he did not obstruct it, for I could see its ghostly flicker all the same. This startled me, but as the effect was only momentarily, I took it that my eyes deceived me and straining through the darkness. Then, for a time, there was no blue flames, and we sped onward through the gloom, with the howling of the wolves around us, as though they were following in a moving circle. Ooh, a Munchlax. Oh, I'm at the end of the chapter. Nice. At last there came a time when the driver went further afield than he had yet gone, and during his absence the horses began to tremble worse than ever, and to snort and scream with fright. I could not see any cause for it, for the howling of the wolves had ceased altogether. But just then the moon, sailing through the black clouds and appearing behind the jagged crest of the beetling, pine-clad rock, and by its light I saw around us a ring of wolves with white teeth and lolling red tongues, with long, sinewy limbs and shaggy hair. They were 100 times more terrible in the grim silence which held them than even when they howled. For myself, I felt a sort of paralysis of fear. It is only when a man feels himself face to face with such horrors that he can understand their true importance. All at once the wolves began to howl as though the moonlight had had some peculiar effect on them. The horses jumped about and reared, and looked helplessly round with eyes that rolled in a painful way to see, but the living ring of terror encompassing them on every side, and they had perforce to remain within it. I had called to the coachman to come, for it seemed to me that our only chance was to try and break out through the ring and to aid his approach. I shouted and beat the side of the callac, hoping by the noise to scare the wolves from the side, so as to give him a chance of reaching the trap. How he came there, I know not, but I heard his voice raised in a tone of imperious command, and looking toward the sound, saw him standing in the roadway. As he swept his long arms, as though brushing aside some impalpable obstacle, the wolves fell back and back further still. Just then a heavy cloud passed across the face of the moon, so that we were again in darkness. When I could see again, the driver was climbing into the calyx, and the wolves disappeared. This was all so strange and uncanny that a dreadful fear came upon me, and I was afraid to speak or move. The time seemed interminable as we swept our way, now in utmost complete darkness, for the rolling clouds obscured the moon. We kept on ascending, with occasional periods of quick descent, but in the main always descending. Suddenly I became conscious of the fact that the driver was in the act of pulling up the horses in the courtyard of a vast ruined castle, from whose tall black windows came no ray of light, and whose broken battlements showed a jagged line against the sky. I hope everyone enjoyed that.
Very much so. Yes.
Goody goody. Ooh. Yay.
Yay.
Just gonna remove the display capture. But yeah, it is so if we do continue this, we will be continuing with chapter 2. Right. Thank you all for joining me throughout this entire thing. It's been crazy to say the least.
It was fun. But now I'm tired.
That's good. It is like 2 a.m. for you.
It is.
Let me see who is live. Ooh. Haven't seen Vi or Oni live for a while. And Oni's just reached 100 followers. Ooh. Thank you. But yeah, we could raid Vi or Oni. Ooh, Vi needs more followers, actually. I will be back tomorrow early not too early, obviously. I need my own sleep, but like early for like law and yeah, probably just law and not too much though, because Saturdays are busy enough with family night and other stuff they have to do during the day. Again, I hope and pray to God that buses are back on. But Sunday as well, we'll be continuing with maybe some bit of fun. But yeah, again, still tomorrow and Sunday you will still be able to sub, and it will still add to the sub goals. We are currently at 51, so. But whether we hit 70 or not, I am still giving Alex my Twitter for a day. And I've already swore more than once, so.
You did.
But yeah, if everybody wants as well, I will do more reading streams and read more chapters of this game. Book. Dracula. I'll read more Dracula. Anyway, let's get this. Vi.
Have a good night, everyone.
Yes, everybody have a good rest. Have some good chills. We don't know yet. I will be talking with Alex about that, but we'll say a proper date. For now, we're all sleepy. Let's just get a bit of rest. I'm still a bit energetic, but I'll sleep in like an hour or two. For now, I just want to rest. I've been on this computer all day. Vi is an amazing VTuber, a member of the group Neo. A member of the non-binary VTuber group Neo, along with Berry, Oniona-kun, and Robo Calico. But they are currently doing Minecraft Fridays. Go show them some love. They all go by they, them as a non-binary group. But yeah, go show them some love. But yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. And we will decide certain things tomorrow too. I hope you have a good rest of your day, morning, evening, or afternoon. And this has been an amazing anniversary. Bye 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 bye.